Another day, another pointless episode of Elden Ring, unless we consider having fun to be a point, in which case this is one of the most pointed things ever. Envire boy, you can call me Scott. We're playing Elden Ring, and I'm gonna have fun playing, even if no one has fun watching, because that's the sort of selfish person I am. We're here. We just finished dealing with Rowboat Grandpa, as one is often required to do, as you know, Grandpa gets on in years and has very few hobbies besides rowboating and being a menace while doing so. And so we'll just kind of get our way through here. We gotta kill these guys, otherwise they're just gonna keep bobbing. No, Belinda, you gotta hit him. There you go. And so we'll continue on. I believe our target is to go through around here, if I'm remembering it properly. I think there's like a little pathway. If we just keep going around through there, we can go around these weird mountains. I think we can go through them. I suppose we're gonna find out right this very minute as we go through here. And so we can just kind of continue exploring this part of the map, having fun. Certainly we've already found something successful, because that's clearly a little, yeah, here we are in Mount Gelmer. So we can just kind of hang out here for a second, rest up after, you know, having to put Grandpa down to sleep, or to, you know, sleep, whichever is more comforting to you. And I guess that sort of just depends on the nature of Grandpa, but at any rate, we'll just kind of explore down here. I believe there's something for us to gain if we come down here. Beyond just, like, obviously it's fun to continue to explore areas and find stuff. We can just kind of keep going and exploring this area and just largely having fun, unlocking things, and just for a little while being... Ow, okay, alright, this is a wider range of effect than originally seemed like it was likely to have there, but at any rate, it is kind of nice to just kind of be going somewhere and not have some sort of big giant boss attacking you and, you know, trying to kill you and make your life miserable, as, you know, often happens in places like the lands in the middle, or wherever we are right now. You know how it is. It's whatever fantasy terminology hasn't been copyrighted yet that somehow indicates that you're somewhere between other places. Middle Earth, the lands between. You know, sometimes you get a bit more creative and wind up with things like the Upside Down, but it just ultimately all is just a way of sort of implying that there's a place that's similar to where we are, but not actually where we are, and all of that business. Oh, great, more death lizards. And so we'll just kill these guys before they can do anything to us, because just, they're the worst, man. Oh god, Belinda, we gotta get out of there. Okay, alright. Here we go, just hit him. There we go, okay, so he got too close and he died for it. Now, so did he, okay. Jeez, oh Pete's, man, this is just all horrible, and just constantly bombarded with everything that's gonna find some way to kill us, and it's just, it gets so old, you know, like... Oh god, that was him. I thought it was something to pick up. It was just another Google eye. Just, gosh, luckily they don't leak anything. They're not like skunks, where it's like killing them just kind of makes the problem worse. You know how it is, like, you think, like, oh man, the skunk's gonna spray you, and then you think that, like, you know, even though you're not a big fan of, like, outright killing things, you know, if you see one get run over, you'd think that maybe it would be better, because then it would stop stinking, but then it just makes the whole area even stinkier, and it's a problem, you know, like, what are we supposed to do? Just leave them alone, probably, and we would do that here, except they've decided to just take up residence exactly where we need to go. What does this one say? Okay, so there's stuff in there that we can retrieve. This is... I know we could go in there. I don't think we want to go in there. I don't believe there's ever anything story mission critical to going in Stone Sword key places. No, please don't. I don't appreciate zombie hugs. It's kind of you to offer, but it's not anything I presently consent to, and so if I don't consent and you still attack me, then I have every right to defend myself. That's the rule. Everybody knows. Everybody knows that's how it goes. Alright, and so we'll just go ahead and... These guys don't look like they really appreciate personal space very well, and so as they all come over to see what's going on, which granted, I suppose I might do the same if I were just like chilling with my bros and then some guy comes over and starts killing us all. I'd probably want to come over and be like, hey, what's the deal, man? This seems a little aggressive and uncalled for. Or at the very least, if I did see that the situation was one in which my friend was trying to give, you know, unasked for hugs to people, you know, I might come over for the sake of wrangling and, you know, my guy, because he's probably a little drunk or something and acting inappropriately, and, you know, I feel like it's kind of the responsibility of any friends with a guy who's really drunk to sort of chaperone him, while his, on the one hand, like his, you know, his own behavior is his own responsibility. At the same time, it's like, you know, if I'm there to help, maybe I ought to do something about that instead of, you know, instead of just letting him be a menace. I'm not perfectly sure what I'm talking about anymore. I'm just kind of trying to occupy myself as I go here. I feel like there was someone I was supposed to be interacting with around here, but I have not. Oh no, I just want to pick up the thing. Grab the thing, Belinda. What are you doing? Okay, now we'll wait for that to just go ahead and pass. But I thought there was something to find and interact with around here. I've yet to find or interact with it, so I could be wrong. I was under the impression that there was a person here. But I may have missed them or gone past them, or they might have actually been in the cave. I thought they were only, like, kind of around the cave, but hard to say what's going on around here anymore. This land is a horrifying cacophony of confusion and disappointment, so we'll just go ahead and rest at the site of grace and maybe consult our map and figure out where the heck we are. And of course, we can't level up or do anything with our flask. We've got a map over here, so we could at least be over here. We could go up and grab our map. It's kind of to the north. What am I looking at over here? It's clearly some sort of combative war happening there. We come up around here. Probably a bunch of people for us to fight and kill around here. Wow, I'm just collecting free things. Oh, jeez. Oh, God, it's one of these guys. These are the worst. Nope. Okay, I'd prefer if you didn't do this to me. Belinda, go get him. Go get him. Go get him so fast, Belinda. Oh, God damn. No, get out. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Just give chase. Just catch up to him. Get around. No, get around him. You can go. You can do this. You can outpace him. You can outpace him. There we go. There we go. No, shoot. Stop. Stop spinning. Stop. Don't. Stop. There we go. Yeah, Belinda. That's what we're talking about right there. No, shoot. No, I don't want to deal with you. I want you gone. Okay, you're gone, and so is the rolly cannon guy. Which honestly, like, why would they design it that way is a phenomenal question. One that may not have a satisfying answer, because only a lunatic would choose an appearance like that, because there just doesn't seem to be any function behind making it look that way. And I don't know, people choose weird things sometimes, man, and you just kind of have to accept the decisions they make and just know that maybe there is a reason, and if there is, then it's their own, and if there isn't, then that's something they're allowed to do, even if it makes life more upsetting and frightening for you. That's the way it goes. Okay, so we can't grab our map from here, which is disappointing and different from what I remember it being, but that's okay. So somewhere around here still there's stuff to find and attack, and I guess we'll just kind of go up this pathway, because I think this is about the only place we can go, and I can already see there's another one of those guys over here. But maybe if we just get all sneaky about it, we can come up behind him and get our free stabs. No, I don't want to. I would prefer that we didn't have to do this. little Midsummer Branch ladies. This seems a little confrontational. I was content to let you just do your weird, you know, moths to flame worship session and you know, and drink whatever, you know, cinnamon flavored fire themed Kool-Aid you felt like. That would have been fine by me, but you forced the issue. This is on you, because you came over, and granted I might have disrupted you guys a little bit, but also it seems unfair to put this all on me. And so we'll just wait for this guy to just kind of go past us, and then we can try and sneak up on him. Come on, Belinda, go catch up to him, Belinda. Get up to him. You gotta catch him. He doesn't know. He has no idea. He has no idea. No, what? Oh, God, Belinda. Okay, it's fine. Just, like, keep getting your attacks on them. No, this makes no sense. Why would that not have... Oh, God, Belinda. Oh, God, now we're really in for it, Belinda. All right, drink up, Belinda. Drink up, Belinda. Why didn't you drink when I pressed the button the first time? It's your own fault if you just absolutely biff it now. Okay, he's gonna do, like, some sick, like, you know, skids and... you know, movie-style turnarounds on the freeway and all that kind of stuff. No, lady, this isn't between you and me. You didn't need to insert yourself in this situation. This was just between me and Captain Cannon over there. Oh, what I wouldn't give to be able to just use my little fake Belinda in this situation. Stop doing the rear view slide, buddy. And just accept your... Is it Belinda? Why aren't you drinking your potions? I'm starting to think that the button on my controller might be a little botched right now, man. With how ineffectual you're being about these things. Luckily, that guy got himself stuck. This is what happens when we're too crazy with our driving. This is a lesson for all of you new drivers out there. You want to be, you know, a little under control. You don't want to be Tokyo drifting too much here, because then you're just going to find yourself in all kinds of trouble, you know, because you're going to lose control of your vehicle, and that's bad, and then you'll get yourself stuck, and some dude's going to come in to, you know, the passenger seat and stab you, and that's just not a good situation for anyone for any reason. So, you know, watch out for that. So somewhere around here, still there's presumably someone we're supposed to be able to find around here. We have yet to find them, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. He's supposed to be here. It's just a big old ball of disappointment so far. I don't think we can safely drop down there. Yep, so nowhere to go. There's the laments of the lonely boys who stand and contemplate and get ourselves sacramental buds for whatever those are worth. Which is probably monetarily very little, and in terms of a very specific thing, worth everything, because that's how everything is in this game. It's worth nothing unless you very specifically need it for a very specific something. Hello, friend. I'll just sneak up behind you and get a stab. If you're gonna go ahead and not be aware of our presence, that's fine. Grab an attack, an attack, an attack, and an attack. And he's been handled. We're here. This is still not anything. Well, we'll guess we'll just go and explore in here. Boy, would it be a funny situation, a funny turn of events if there's absolutely nothing for us to gain. Alright, well, it looks like this guy's just gonna see us and we're gonna have to fight him. Okay, well that seems a little dramatic here, friend. We'll just keep hitting him. Seems like he's got very little that he could do against us. Our power is too great for such paltry ogres as him to have any effects on us. And come in here, open this door, and see what prizes await us as we loot the castles of people who largely probably just wanted to mind their own business, but then we came storming in. And for all my talk of how I would love to not have to fight people as much as I do, the fact is sometimes I'm the villain who has to be the one storming in and ruining people's peace and quiet. But these are the things that we do when in the lands across the street, or wherever we are. Who could even say sometimes, right? Like, it's all just kind of confusing and bland. To be honest, I don't have anything of wit or interest to say at this point in time. It's just a lot of wandering around, looking for something because the guides and instructions are vague and oftentimes disappointing. We have yet to find what we're supposed to find in here. Maybe I was supposed to go in the cave, but I was under the impression that what I'm kind of trying to look for right now, or maybe it's who I'm trying to look for right now, was gonna be here. You know, kind of in this area, just nearby that last site of grace that we rested at, the Terminus one. But it is still nothing. So I suppose we can return there. Maybe I just went a wrong direction or misunderstood. And we go back, maybe it'll be obvious. Sometimes that's the situation where it's like you thought you understood what was happening and where you were expected to go, and then it turned out you were just wrong all along. Yeah, see, there's the Fort Lade, which isn't what happened to us when we got there. And we maybe, I guess, if you wanted to say that we laid someone to rest, then I suppose you could say it sort of lived up to its namesake. But who would say that about an enemy? You usually just say that we fragged him a good one, or killed him, or, you know, something along those lines. So we'll rest here. Disappointed at having gained nothing. Disappointed that we're also not anywhere closer to where we need to be. I'm not perfectly sure why this man is assaulting nothing, but it's fine. So if we go back in this direction, maybe there's like a hidden pathway or something that we missed. Who could tell? Who would possibly be able to know? Because things are just always vague and unclear, and as we say, just sort of often disappointing and, you know, not very helpful in this game. Perhaps now's the time for me to consider looking up a bit more detail. Again with the dying, again with the things, mysterious deaths of whatever's happening over there. It's impossible for us to know. What do these say? Maybe these will actually be helpful. Battle bright spot going the wrong way, unhelpful. And these people, again, can't leave well enough alone and need to somehow insert their existence into something that is really just sort of passive and doesn't require such interactions. Okay, this is getting dull. I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna try and see where I'm supposed to go. I'm guessing this will lead to nothing. Yeah. No way to go in there. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna look it up. I know there's a person to find around here somewhere, but as always, being obtuse about where to find that. Okay, for real. Okay, we're back. I figured out where I'm supposed to go, and the way I figured it out was by wandering around a little bit more and accidentally getting myself in real deep, and then just immediately running away to get back to that rest point. So I know where to go now, and we'll be able to do it. I was mistaken. I thought that over here was just a ledge down into nothing, but it turns out it's actually a ledge that we can very easily descend down, and it's fine. I just kind of got turned around with like the directions of stuff, and if we come down here, we can come in here and we gotta deal with this guy, and let's get fake Belinda around here so she can help us as she always does. Oh god, he's coming for us. Oh god, oh god. Just get out of the way, Belinda. Get out of the way. Fake Belinda, where are you? Why aren't you doing anything? Help me. I summoned you for a reason, man. Oh god. Well, okay, that was horrible. Fake Belinda. Taking her sweet time, showing up, but we can't, like, yeah, just do the Stake America, whatever. Can't use her until the threat is there, because this game is, as always, forever and ever frustrating and difficult. How is it that we fought and killed the Nightmare Dragon without issue, and then this stupid worm shows up, and now we're just, like, in for it? Okay, use your thing, Belinda, and then drink your potion. Okay, just let that guy be there. Hold on, just stay here out of the way. Okay, finally. Alright, well, then fine, just miss, Belinda. What, you know, why would we ever want to functionally hit anything? You know, it's like, what would be the point of that? Am I right? Okay, hit, 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 hit. It turns out our fire does very little to this guy. These magma worms are quite difficult. If we can get our poise break, that'll be our method. There we go. And so now we can get over here, get up to his face, and stab him right in his goofy little eyeball. And that'll do something to him. Golly, this guy's a real tough one. But always we need to do the poise breaks, and that's going to be our methodology of getting things done against him. Alright, I guess that's fine. We'll just have to take our lumps or whatever. We're gonna vomit up all kinds of magma and everything. Fake Belinda's just gonna have to sit there and take it, I guess. Okay, alright. He's gonna just keep getting his vomitus going here. Ouch. Okay, alright, Belinda, get up as always. You just do this thing where you just like sit there like, you know, like you're being drawn by Leo DiCaprio on a world-changing, world-defining cruise, which is fine and all. Like, we all like to be treated luxuriously from time to time, but also, man, like, time and place, you gotta focus up and get some... I don't think we can get in there safely. Let's just get some attacks here. And just get our attacks. Alright, this is fine. Just avoid... No, hit him in the tail or something, man. There we go. Okay, this is a bad position for us to be in here. It's alright. Okay, so we can be in... Let's get in nice and tight again. There we go. There we go. Oops. Okay, wow, that was a lot more damage than I was expecting him to do with one. Such a wonderful air battle. Again, we fight the Nightmare Dragon and find success only to be literally destroyed by a worm. As is tradition. Alright, let's just call up fake Belinda here from the get-go. You know, if you just feel like becoming functional. Okay, so we're functional, we're here. Grab our stuff. Grab your stuff, Belinda. I'm tired of you not grabbing things when I tell you to do exactly that. Pressing the button. Man, like, we've got stuff we're trying to accomplish here, and you're just like sitting here. Where's fake Belinda? This is maddening, man. I'm losing my mind. Just keep hitting. Okay, you gotta get out of the way. All right, well, this is wonderful. Just absolutely wonderful. Okay, so we'll get ourselves up to the full health. Tends to be a helpful thing. Okay, cool. Yep, we'll just be confusing hitboxes and everything abound. Okay, fine. Just be stuck in the world. This is aggravating beyond all reasonable belief. We've lost all of our stuff. We have nothing. There's no point in grabbing our stuff anymore. This game will wear you down. Will wear you down like life at large. We have to sit here and wait for it to decide that we're worthy of, you know, having our companion here. Drink up your potion, Belinda, and grab your stuff. Whatever uselessness it entails to grab that. And Magma Worm's gonna just come in here. Yep, and he'll get a free hit. Because, you know, we can't be in a situation. Alright, stop, Belinda, stop. Drink up. And drink up again. Fake Belinda can go in there and hopefully do some stuff for us here. Okay, fine. Yeah, this is great. We'll just not get our attacks off in with any sense of expedience. Why would we do that, right? Okay, there we go. So now go up by his head. Get over there. No, get your stab in, Belinda. You are maddening. You are absolutely just aggravating beyond all belief, man. You gotta actually get your attacks in. You can't do this nonsense where you just like miss your spots and like hitboxes just mean nothing. You gotta actually get your hits, man. Fighting doesn't work if you don't hit, guys. Attack! There we go, thank you. Get our attacks, if we can get our poise breaks on this guy. I know we're, okay. Great. Just great, we love this. We love it. It never gets old. Never, ever, ever gets old. Wouldn't be so bad if just the terrain were manageable. It's probably one of our biggest sources of success against the Nightmare Dragon, because you know you could actually just like walk around and know where you were at any given time and space. Drink up, Belinda, and grab your thing, get your potions ready. He's gonna come in and attack us, and that's fine. We can just kind of, maybe if we just come up here, we can use the terrain to help us here, and he's gonna do stuff. Okay, great, cool. It's just always he can do whatever he wants, and we're just gonna have to deal with that. And, you know, be a constant victim of whatever. Okay, great. Yep. Okay, drink up, Belinda. He's got all the area attacks and everything. Want to go in and get some damage done to him? That would be super helpful. Okay, it's alright. He's gonna do his thing. He's gonna breathe on his own butt or whatever he's doing with that one. Alright, Belinda, go around. Remember the issue we almost had last time. Get your stab. There we go. Thank you, Belinda. Mimic Tier, it'd be wonderful if you could find a way to do this battle without taking so much damage and being dead before we're even like a quarter of the way done with this guy. That would be so helpful. You know, it's not really your MO to, you know, survive for a long time. You just sort of tank the damage. Okay, let's just get out of the way of this nonsense that's happening. Okay, well, he's done for. Alright, get over there. Get your stab. Do that. That's great. Now he's gonna come up and just have a million things that he can do. And we can't even hit him because he's got infinite invincibility. Oh, great. Okay, cool. That's super wonderful. Wish I knew what the cooldown situation was for this. So we could, like, you know, in theory, just have another assistance. Wouldn't that be so cool and fun? It would. The answer is yes, it would be so super cool and fun. But instead we just have to deal with this, and now we're in the cycle. Once he does damage to us once, we're just in the cycle of, you know, struggling to not receive damage at any given time. It's okay, Belinda. You don't need to actually, like, attack when I do the attack buttons and stuff. You can just... Okay, dodge. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, good. Get out of the way. Well, he's gonna do that. Drink up. This is a good time for that. Here we go. Just hit his butt a couple times. Alright, let's get away from his magma there, which is not the great thing, because you can just... Okay, he can just, like, do his little butt spins as he does, which would be kind of cute, like, if a different creature was doing it, but since it's a guy trying to kill us, it's really upsetting. Okay, alright, Belinda. Okay, Belinda, get away, get away, get away, get away. He's gonna breathe fire and crap. Okay, let's drink up a couple times here. Okay, if you wanna... Okay, that seems a little... whatever, because we were supposedly, like, jumping up here. Alright, this is fine. This camera's losing its mind on us right now. Okay, I was really hoping that one would be enough to get a poise break. Alright, this is fine. Belinda, drink up. Oh god, Belinda, you gotta move, you gotta move. He's gonna do that one. Okay, alright, we're still in it now. Let's get away from those rocks, because we can't see a single gosh darn thing that's happening to us. Alright, come over here, friend. Yeah, I know, you're gonna breathe fire and... Okay, just spread the lava around. Make the terrain impossible for us to do anything on. Be much appreciated. Alright, let's stay away from there. It's gonna spread out, and he's gonna just try and use that to his advantage. And there we go. Okay. We're gonna do something or what, friend? Alright. Here we go. There we go. There's an attack. That's great. There we go. There we go. Trying to be patient with our dodges and stuff to get our dodges. There we go. And we got the poise break, which is just genuinely one of the most helpful things, because then we can actually get the eye stabs. And now he's, of course, gonna... Okay, let's get away from those ledges there. It's a remarkably unhelpful place to have to fight him. Here we go. Get an attack. Okay, our timing was off. That's fine. Let's get that. Just drink up. There we go. Here we go. Okay, that was on me. I tried to attack him at a really inopportune time. Alright, drink up. Okay, that timing was off. It's fine. I'm just concentrating so hard right now, man. Can we get him? Can we get him? Get him! Let it hit him! Okay, there we go. Thank you. This game will be the death of me as it gradually just eats away at any sort of mental health that I've ever had. So with that, we should be able to now find our one guy that we just even came here looking for in the first place. He's somewhere around here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there he is. There's his noises. Well, we're at the end of an episode, but we'll just go ahead and find our guy here and deal with him. Oh, is he way over there? Am I gonna have to... I'm gonna have to traverse the lava and risk dying, I would expect. Oh, there he is. He's over there. Okay, well. Okay, can we... Oh, God, Belinda, it would be so helpful if you could actually, like, move at a reasonable pace here. Man, we're just gonna die here. This is gonna be miserable. Yeah, I know. He's over there grunting and groaning, as one is often wont to do when, you know, standing in lava and dealing with that. Yep, he's gonna get there. He's being killed alive or something, probably. Alright, let's talk to him from here. Business what you have in such a place as this. Hardly think you're here to temper yourself with flame, considering that fleshy form of yours. Your timing, though, is impeccable as ever. I've been making the just thing for you on my journey here. I'm sure it'll suit you to a T. We got ourselves the jar helmet. But oh, hardly more than lukewarm here. I won't be able to temper my body. It's just still never crack again. Perhaps I'll head eastward. And there's an old saying I've caught wind of above the lofty clouds, giants peaks, out soar, leave the flame, blah, 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 blah. He's gonna go to the mountains. Anything else? Head eastward. Yeah, okay, yep, that's all he has to say. So with that, we can go ahead and... I believe we're content to just go back here now. Go back here. I mean, we're gonna have to do something anyway to rest up, because golly, we just absolutely got wrecked by that stupid thing. But we can also, while we're here, say thank you so much for joining. Love and appreciate every single one of you. Just like, don't fight magma worms in magma. It's like, just don't give them the home field advantage. Like, that's, like, we should have made better decisions than that, but like, we didn't, and so here we are, and that's the way it all panned out. So there you go. We love you, and we'll see you next time. Probably. Definitely I'll see you next. Well, I'll be there next time. It just depends on if you come and hang out with the episodes or whatever. I don't know. That's your choice. You're obviously always welcome and appreciated if you come and watch and, you know, just to have a good time. But you can do whatever you want.